What's up? Got IG over here. Got Facebook over here. The world is mine. The world is yours. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, everybody. What day is it? Oh, it's hump day. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. How's everybody doing? Oh, yeah. I'm coming to you live once more. Let me just tell you that during these virtual times, I am finding myself doing a lot of video, and I'm out here working, and I am feeling mighty fine and mighty good about it. The thing that's different here now is it's been inspiring me to show up here, okay? It's been inspiring me to answer some questions that I'll be getting like in real life. So, come on in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited to have you. Shout out to my Facebookers. Shout out to my Instagrammers. Let me know where you're calling in from. Let me know where you're dialing in from, if that even makes sense. It's like radio, but it's kind of not. So give me a shout out. Let me know that you're here with me. Say hi to me. Tell me what city you're hailing from so I can give you a shout out. And for those of you that are new, hello, my name is Shahar, and I'm a public speaking coach and trainer. I help entrepreneurs specifically, and then also in the corporate space, but specifically get them to improve their public speaking skills, okay? Speaking with more confidence, credibility, clarity, okay? Confidence is one of those big ones. Here's the thing that I'm kind of mapping out right now, and it has a little bit to do with that confidence piece, right? Again, Facebookers, Instagrammers, if you're with me, come on out. Let me see you. Let me see you. But it has a little bit to do with the confidence piece, right? And I think that confidence can be broken down in so many different ways, and it can mean something for everybody just a little bit differently. But what I wanted to kind of share and tackle here is the fact that a lot of times people share with me that they're like, yeah, I want to speak, or I need some help with my public speaking skills, right? What up, Facebookers? I need some help because I just want to speak with more confidence. But I'm also talking to people who I never would have really thought had issues with confidence. So here's the thing. Confidence kind of comes off in a number of different ways. And a lot of times our confidence is confirmed by the responses that we're getting from the people that we're talking to, right? A lot of times, I'll use this for an example. You may feel really good about your outfit that you have on. And then as soon as you go outside and you don't get people kind of confirming that your outfit is on point, then you may start to second guess that maybe my outfit isn't as spectacular as I thought it was, right? That could quite possibly be the case. So now all of a sudden, you don't feel as good about your outfit. It's the same thing with when you're speaking. You know, you introduce yourself at a networking event, you've been invited to a panel, or you're at some type of, leadership conference or something, and you get up and you speak. And then after you speak, you kind of don't feel that connection with the audience. You kind of feel like, yeah, they were listening, but they didn't really feel you. Yeah, they heard you, but they wasn't really with you. If that's you, go ahead and put some hands in the comments. And I say that, when I say hands, I mean type HANDS in the chat so that I can see that you're with me, right? If you've ever been in a situation like that where you feel like you showed up with your best self, Facebookers, I see you watching, come on out. Let me know what you're feeling in the comments. But you feel like you showed up, but in actuality, you didn't get that confirmation from your audience. Like there was something missing, like there was a disconnect between how the words were kind of flowing out of your mouth and to then how it was actually landing on the people, right? And I think that is an aspect of energy work that isn't really the audience's fault, so to speak. And I'm not saying that you're to blame, but I do think that there is a space of understanding self as to why perhaps you're speaking and people are listening, but you're not feeling like you're landing with the people, like you're resonating with the people, like people aren't connecting with you. What up, John? Welcome on IG. Another shout out to my Facebookers out there. So where is that coming from? Why? Why is it like this? I find myself speaking and then I feel kind of okay about it, but you don't feel like you left it all on the stage, right? And that's a lot of what people come to me and say, and it's just like, oh, I want to speak with more confidence. And I think it's because of that kind of situation. So if that's you, I want you to listen up to this short word that I got for you on today. And I think what's happening here, I said it was a measure of energy, right? And energy doesn't always have to be, whoa, way up here, dude, woo! It doesn't have to be that. Now, I know my particular style, I tend to get on the edge of my seat, okay? I tend to get all up in the camera, right? My energy, carries that way. But everyone's energy isn't always put out that way. So if it's not that, then I want you to now start to think about where your energy is actually shaped and formed, right? When you're high energy, what does it look like to you? When you are connecting with people, how do you feel when you're connecting with your audiences? How do you feel? What about you? Was it the clothes that you had on? Was it the day that you had? Was it the information that you planned for? Because it's that little bit of energy. Is it through your body? Is it the way that you're sitting? Is it the way that you're standing? Is it perhaps how familiar you are with your audience? There are certain things that I think you need to start paying attention to when you do feel good, when your messages do land with your audience, when what you say, they're not only just listening to you, but they're feeling you, boldly blending out. What's up? I see you. So that's a thing that I think you should be looking for if you're speaking, but it doesn't feel like people are really feeling you. If they're not feeling you, it really comes down to the fact that you're not feeling yourself, okay? I think I was talking yesterday that it's always something that I really enjoy, I really feel myself on. And I remember that before I even step in front of the camera, right? Today, I gotta tell you, I'm feeling this liquid matte lip gloss, not lip gloss, but lipstick that I got. So I'm kind of excited to show it to the world. That's a part of kind of what gets my energy going. I always love a good pair of hoops, and I translate the good feeling that I have for self and what elements I'm carrying to then what I'm saying. And that energy is then what lands on the people when you're speaking to them. It's the belief in self that is really making your message land. Or it's the belief in your message that is making it connect with the audience. You're speaking, they're listening, but they may not be feeling you. If they're not feeling you, it's probably because you're not feeling yourself. And so whatever it is that you're not feeling, that is what you're going to have to break through. That's what you're going to have to overcome. So imagine if someone is trying to sell you on something and they don't believe in the product versus someone who's selling you on something and they actually believe in the product. What? They don't even have to have experience in sales to sell you on it. There's a movie out, I mean, not a movie, but a show that's out right now, Lovecraft Warfare, or something like that. It's on HBO Max, starring Journey Smollett, and I absolutely love it. But I know that I've been selling it to my friends just because I love it. And then they're like, oh, okay, wait a minute, maybe I'm gonna have to check it out. But it's the energy that I bring. And so a lot of times we think that it's just about confidence and we boil everything up into this space about, okay, when I'm speaking, okay, maybe they're listening, but are they really feeling me? And if you walk away from talking, from speaking, from introducing yourself, and it feels like people just aren't feeling you or like they weren't moved by you, then you got to consider, are you first moved by self? If they're not excited about what you're talking about, are you truly excited about what you're talking about? And it always starts with self. Like I get people in the space, just in general, who are like, yeah, I always wanted to kind of practice my communication skills, or always wanted to be better at my public speaking. And a lot of times they think that it has to be, I'm going to go immediately to Toastmasters. And yes, Toastmasters is a great way to practice. Why? Because you're showing up and actually putting in the effort to actually build your confidence up through that practice. But then for people who also show up all the time and still don't seem to be improving, I don't believe they truly understand what makes a great speaker. What makes a great speaker is what's inside. Oh, I know that sounds kind of corny and cheesy, but it's the truth. It is energy. It is spirit. People talk about charisma and X factor and je ne sais quoi, right? What are the ingredients of these things? Those ingredients is really what makes you you. And if you're not confident, or if you don't believe in the aspects of what makes you you, then those people that you're talking to, they're going to be kind. They're going to listen, but they're not going to be feeling you because you're not giving you. And if they're not feeling you because you're not giving you, you have to ask yourself why you're not giving you. What is it that you're not excited about you? What is it that you lack confidence in about you? People can see it. People can feel it. And that's why they're not feeling you. What up, my Instagrammers? Granny Diva's in the house. I see ya. I get close at the pictures trying to figure out who people are. But that's it. You know, if you want to be better at your public speaking, then be better at being yourself. Ooh. Did I just say that? Does it have much to do with getting rid of the uhs, the ums, and the uhs? Yeah, maybe. But for somebody who exudes uniquely who they are, they could throw some uhs and some ums and whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But that does not actually subtract from the type of way that perhaps you're feeling me, the energy that you're giving me. So remember, think to self. I'm keeping this a short message today. You're speaking and you're showing up in whatever virtual stage it is, right? Because we've all got these different stages. A lot of times now I'm talking to people who are doing, their own lives, doing video, guests of other people. They're doing podcasts, showing up at virtual conferences and virtual events, and they have to get up and introduce themselves. And everybody wants to have that mic drop moment. And when you're speaking, they may be listening, they may be hearing you, but are they feeling you? And if they're not feeling you, it's because you're not feeling yourself. So you need to spend time with self. You need to feel self. It is always so really obvious when you come across somebody who you know is comfortable in their skin, and they know that they have some type of authority over something. An example I'm gonna give is Steve Jobs, right? My Apple, like all of that, right? And he isn't necessarily, if you watch any of the product reveals that he's done, he isn't necessarily like the most likable person, okay? Like not the most charismatic person. He's no Will Smith, okay? He's no Ellen, no Barack Obama. And however, he put a lot of planning and preparation into whenever he had to speak in front of crowds, but he was also the authority on Apple products. Like, you couldn't tell him nothing. And that is a level of authenticity that he is transferring to you. So when he listens, you're like, oh, I got to pay attention. I got to hear what he has to say. So no matter how charismatic you are or are kind of quote unquote not, that charisma comes from your very own spirit, from you feeling good about self. So your homework for today, I don't never give homework. I don't know why I just decided I was going to give y'all some homework. Anyways, but your homework for today is I want you to think about the last time you had to stand up somewhere and introduce yourself. And maybe not necessarily stand up because we're all sitting down right now. But, you know, whether it was a Zoom meeting for work, whether it was a mixer or a social networking or whatever it was that you actually had the center stage and people are listening to you and you even just have to introduce yourself. Your introduction should be like the strongest presentation you ever give because you are speaking about self. And that's the one thing that you can be an entire expert on. And no one, maybe except for your mom and your daddy, you know, but no one can really tell you that you're not right about self. So if you're wrong about self, that means you've got some inner work to do. So if you're speaking and people are listening and they're hearing you, but it doesn't feel like it's landing, then you need to do some internal work. That's all I got to say. So think about those situations that you get up and you start talking, okay? Let me point to Facebook too. Think about those situations and then reflect and say, if they weren't feeling it, then what was it that I wasn't feeling in myself? Yeah? Are y'all ready for that? Hey, everybody. Wave at me if you see me. Hey. All right, so that's all I got to say. Those are some little tips, something that you want to work on if you want to make the confidence. In fact, here's something else that I'll tell you, and then I'll for real go. Over in my Facebook group, hey, St. James, over in my Facebook group, I have my link in my bio for my Instagrammers, and then for my Facebookers, y'all are on here, so go to the page. Speak, present, influence, anyone, anywhere, okay? Go over there, be a part of the group because all of this stuff that I'm talking about, I talk about and share more in the group as well. So if you're looking to take your homework a little bit more and you want to get more involved on how you can improve your confidence, speak with more credibility and clarity, more energy, you want to up your charisma, these are things that I'm going to be sharing in the Facebook group. So make sure you head on over there. That is all. Oh, thanks for the waves, everybody. Thanks for the waves. But that's all I got for y'all today. Speak up. Do your thing. Do your thug thizzle. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see y'all shortly. I think I'm going to end this right chair. And I always go to press my computer, but I got to use the mouse.